Hello, everybody. Can everybody hear okay? I'm not sure this is it? All right, we're good? All right, so I think I might have been a little nervous on Friday because I forgot to tell you who I was. I just started talking and never did that. So, hi, I'm Nance Rife, and I am absolutely honored to serve as your AFA NST chair. Okay, you can't be that kind off the jump because the tears. So, we talked a little bit about joy on Friday. And for me, for this weekend, even with the occasional incredibly chaotic moment, seeing you in the halls saying hello, good luck, I like your suit, I experienced the closest thing to joy I've had outside of my family since the pandemic began. Did you guys experience some joy this weekend? Yeah? Well, I think that was the main goal of the weekend. On Friday, I asked folks to stand up for whom it was their first in-person AFA NST. Tonight, I would like to ask for you to stand and let us celebrate you if this is your last in-person AFA NST. Please stand. Thank you. Thank you for your dedication to this activity. Thank you for your dedication to the AFA NST. And thank you for your dedication to making this happen against a lot of odds stacked against you for the past few years. We appreciate you. And when you leave and you move on to other things, please keep coming back. Keep giving back to the community, judge for us, coach for us, and keep that involvement. To get things started tonight, I am going to introduce you to two women, both of whom I am going to claim over the past month are the hardest two working women in forensics. The first is your tournament director, who, y'all, has done a flawless job making this happen for us. Please welcome to the stage Amy Martinelli from the University of Florida.
Hi, everybody. How's it going out there? Good. All right. Before I begin my speech, I just have to give us some logistics notes because I just can't help myself. But if you are somebody who receives one of these beautiful glass awards tonight, the smaller ones, there are stacked boxes that will make it a lot easier for you to get home with those intact. So that's it. Now I'm going to get a little sappy. So yeah. Throughout the last year, since I made the decision to take on this task of being your tournament director, I have to admit, despite my excitement, there have been times when I've wondered, both aloud to myself, to my cats, is this going to be worth it? Throughout this weekend, I've continued to do that.
And the person who transitioned what would have been a long email from me to a vibrant Instagram account that kept this tournament with postings and everything relevant and immediate, the person who was in charge of literally every logistic moment that happened this weekend, one of the, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it, most badass women I have had pleasure to meet in speech. I'd like to welcome to the stage from the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, Allison Bonander.
I did not expect that. Thank you all very much. I'm Dr. Allison Bonander. I'm the director of speech here at UNL, and I don't think you will ever understand how happy I am to see you here. It has been 2 long years, and I am very, very happy that it is over. I'm so happy to have you here. It's been our pleasure to host you, and it is my pleasure to introduce our next speaker. Executive Vice Chancellor Katherine Ankerson. Dr. Katherine Ankerson is the Executive Vice Chancellor for the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Prior to becoming Executive Vice Chancellor, she served as the Dean and oversaw the revitalization of the College of Architecture. Executive Vice Chancellor Ankerson is an award-winning author and teacher. In 2020, she was named the International Interior Design Association's Educator of the Year. She is the university's, She is the university's chief academic office and is charged with the mission of achieving excellence across the institution. Her mission is to create a community of excellence, inclusion, and impact for faculty, staff, and students. And I think this community can absolutely embrace that. Please help me in welcoming Executive Vice Chancellor, Dr. Katherine Ankerson.
Thanks. Thank you very much, and thank you. Everybody should get such a introduction, right? It's wonderful. On behalf of Chancellor Ronnie Green, on behalf of the University of Nebraska, on behalf of myself, I welcome you to UNL and Lincoln. We're so pleased to host this 2022 National Speech Tournament in person in Lincoln. I can't imagine you want to go to California next year after being here. That's all right. And I'm so pleased that you could participate, coach, and support this tournament. Over 700 participants from 50 colleges and universities are in this tournament. That's incredible. I understand the enthusiasm with phenomenal performances and presentations, whether extemporaneous speaking, duo interpretation, informative speaking, or any of the other events. As the awards are presented this evening, know that to be in this tournament is an incredible accomplishment. You represent the very best and brightest in our nation. Thank you for being here. Here at Nebraska, every person and every interaction matter. This is true in our words, in our body language, in our actions, and in our planning. I hope you have experienced this during your time with us. Along with excellence in academics, this truly guides us and informs everything we do, including the experiences for students, for guests, for faculty and staff, and administrators. You know, you have each mastered the art of public speaking, using your words, using your body language, that verbal expression. Know that it matters. And it will continue to matter as you go through life. In every interaction that you have with every person that you encounter. So I implore you to be aware of that, to be kind, and to pay attention so that for you, every person and every interaction will matter. The skills and talent that you have exhibited throughout these days of the tournament are simply amazing and incredible. I wish you the very best as the awards are presented this evening, and safe travels as you go back to your home. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure to introduce our next guest, and our next guest is Dr. Mark Button. Dr. Mark Button has been the Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln since July 1st, 2019. He also serves as a professor of political science. Dean Button is a first-generation college student and holds a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science with a minor in Peace Studies from the University of Oregon. His doctorate in political science is from Rutgers University. Dean Button has written 2 scholarly books and numerous articles that focus on political ethics, deliberative democracy, and the history of moral and political thought. I think he's right at home here. A scholar of public debate and deliberation and a dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, he certainly knows the importance and the value of what we do. So please welcome to the stage, Dean Mark Button.
Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome. It's great to see such a wonderful crowd. This is a really caring community. That's what came through loud and clear, and just hearing all of you respond to the speakers tonight. So thank you for all that you represent. We're really thrilled to have you here today. As was mentioned, I'm the Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. They asked me to say a few words tonight. I'm a bit intimidated to do so. I had the chance to walk around and see some of the events today. And I have to say, you all are the true masters of providing public comments and speeches. You've set the bar very, very high. And in particular, in my role as dean, I spend a lot of time after dinner conversations. So if you're an expert in that field, maybe we could talk afterwards. I think I could use some pointers, I'm sure. On behalf of everyone here at the University of Nebraska and the College of Arts and Sciences, it's just been an honor to host this event, the 43rd National Speech Tournament. Since having to sort of pause due to the pandemic, we're just thrilled to have you all on our campus, and it's been great to see the energy that you bring to our buildings and our hallways. Our campus and the College of Arts and Sciences has a long and really proud history of supporting academic speech and debate. As you may know, the UNL team, I think here somewhere in the center, yeah, there you are, began 1 year after the university was founded, making it the oldest existing academic group on campus. I think it's fitting to have that distinction in the College of Arts and Sciences because the diversity of ideas, the diversity of modes of expression, the breadth and the depth that all of you represent are really the embodiment of what a liberal arts education is all about. And from what I've seen today, you really embody the very best of what we try to strive for in the College of Arts and Sciences. It's also very fitting, I think, that you all have become such great skilled speakers because communication skills are just so critical in our society. Employers consistently rank communication skills among the very most important skill that they're looking for in the people they're seeking. And it also takes enormous creativity, innovation of thought to develop and articulate the points that you want to make, to select among the best available means of persuasion. These are things that are going to put you in good standing for the rest of your lives. And more broadly speaking, I think what's really clear about speech is that words matter. They can heal and repair. They can wound and divide. They can inspire us to act towards greater justice and empathy in our lives, in our shared world. And I saw that very clearly today in several speeches I got to attend. And I just want to applaud all of you for your talent, your hard work, and your dedication to excellence. But we are here tonight to hand out some awards, and to celebrate all of your hard work and success over the last 4 days. And so I would say on to the awards. Thank you very much for being here on our campus, and I hope your time at Nebraska has been memorable.
Thank you both. We're honored to have you here. Thank you. Next, I am going to ask Allison to return to the stage. If you remember on Friday, we awarded a Distinguished Alumni Award posthumously to a community member that we lost this year. Tonight, we'd like to celebrate with our second Distinguished Alumni winner tonight, and Allison is going to present that award.
It is my absolute pleasure to introduce the Distinguished Alumni Award to Juanita Page Wilson. Although Juanita Page's accomplishments are long, justifying her deserving of this award only takes a single sentence. Two-time AFA NST National Champion, Hearst Award winner, NCAAP Award winner, Emmy Award winner, and point person for the production of the 30th anniversary of Shark Week, as a student, competitor, and professional, she's been an innovator and a leader. When Juanita came to the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, she never competed in high school speech. After graduating, she began working at the Discovery Channel as a post-production marketing coordinator. Since then, she's worked in a number of capacities at Discovery International. She has overseen the production of Shark Week, Space Launch Live, and received recognition for her work on the international event Race to Extinction. This special televised event sought to highlight species extinction and curb carbon emissions. Her current position at Discovery International is International Programming and Content Manager. This involves overseeing the international programming matters for the Discovery Channel, Animal Planet, Science Channel, Motor Trend, and American Heroes Channel. And the project she has engaged in helps promote facts in science, two things that our society needs more at this time. Although Juanita's work is often behind the scenes, she still uses her voice for important causes. In 2014, she won an Emmy for her voiceover work for the short film Fair and Free, featuring Sandra Day O'Connor and the need to keep America's judges free from the influence of politics and money. She has also starred and produced in short films celebrating Black History Month. Years after her eligibility was up, Juanita is still showing us that her voice has power and an audience. Join me, please, in presenting the 2022 Distinguished Alumni Award to Juanita Page Wilson.
Oh my God, now I'm gonna cry. That was so sweet. So before I begin, my mom's 75th birthday was the day after the Oscars. And so my brother Rodney, who's here with me, and my sister Ramona, who's also here with me, who's always here with me, we called my mom up and we were like, "Mama, happy birthday. Did you see Chris Rock get slapped?" Oh, clutch my pearls. And for the rest of the week, that's all we talked about. So if you guys could just do me an honor, could you guys sing happy birthday to my mom? It's also my late brother Anthony's birthday, and his whole family is here. His wife and his sons are here. So on the count of three, can we say sing happy birthday, Mama Page? Don't cry. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mama Paige. Happy birthday to you. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. And congratulations to you all. I know how hard it is to get to nationals and all the hard work that comes with it. So congratulations to you all. Thank you, Dr. Aaron Duncan. I'm so sorry you're sick, but thank you, Dr. Allison, and the University of Nebraska Speech and Debate at Lincoln team. You have been great hosts. Thank you so much. And thank you to the American Forensics Association National Committee for this wonderful honor. I'm amazed. Thank you so much. I'm happy to be back at UNL. It's been 18 years since I held my black book. Yeah, I missed it so much. So one of my friends used to say, Juanita won't just tell you the man got shot. She's going to get down on the ground and she's going to draw the chalk outline around her. And it's true because I'm extra, and I'm sure all of you are extra as well. So with that, I thought, what better way to celebrate this event than to give my thanks in poi, my favorite event. So as part of this tribute, I want to acknowledge the people that have paved the way for me, who have pushed me on my way, gave me words of encouragement when I needed, and some of these people are in the audience with me. My husband, Martin, he's here. Martin, he loves my petals in the spring. He loves my roots in the winter. Love is a beautiful thing, and I'd die without his water. That's for you, baby. My sister, and of course all my nephews are here. My teammates and friends, Amanda McGill Johnson, Tasha Patterson, my recruiter, Dr. Cynthia Gooch is here somewhere. The value of a support system just can never be underestimated. Thank you to my former coaches. Thanks to all of them, but especially Dr. Jeffrey McCune, Jennifer Parker, who is in the audience with me. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. And my former head coach, Clayton Johnson. Without these three, I wouldn't even have been in forensics, and I definitely wouldn't have had the same level of success without them. So we all know that we are nothing without our coaches, and it's so true. So thank you. In fact, Clayton, he wrote one of the poems that I'm going to be sharing today. So thank you to the writers. Thank you to the writers who gave words when experience failed us, and whose words we pray that we're conveying as they intended, or at least our interpretation is acceptable, right? And as members of the forensics family, we know this more than anyone, that whether spoken, written, or even unsaid, there's power in words. I think we have a theme going on, right? Mark Rittner, from Akron, he came up to me a few days ago and he said, you know, Juanita, your words matter. And then he began to recite pieces from my poetry and poi program from 18 and 20 years ago that resonated with him. And that meant so much to me, because when I was competing, I once had a ballot that said, Juanita, you are so talented, you don't have to keep doing Black literature. And that hurt me because, you know, yes, we're competing, but at the heart of this is education, and we're just really trying to share pieces of ourselves with each other. So in honor of that ballot, and and the fact that I believe I am the first African-American woman to receive the Distinguished Alumni Award, this poi is going to be black, blackety black, with lots of estrogen. With prose from Maya Angelou, Life Advice, Crick Crack by Edwidge Donnicott, poetry, images written by myself for the NAACP Image Awards, Flowers Flow by Clayton Johnson, A Word by Emily Dickinson, Sundays for the Word written by myself, scriptures from the Bible, An email exchange between me and Emmy Award-winning journalist Steve Osunami, senior national correspondent of ABC News and the first African American to win the Distinguished Alumni Award. And lastly, an excerpt from Fair and Free, the National Association PSA that I won my first Emmy for. And lastly, a poetry tribute to my mom, whose words of encouragement have done nothing but nourish me. This poi is about the power in words, a tribute to those whose words have had a life-changing effect on me. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was God. First, an apology to the lovers of etymology. This ain't an accurate chronology of the origin, development, or power of the English word flower. But as she learns to read, be sure to show her that a flower with severed syllabus is pronounced flower. Teach her to say it wrong. It won't be wrong for someone to set her straight, but maybe, just maybe, the thought will reverberate until one day, when she's much older, she'll remember what you told her and think about all the ways in which a flower flows. A lot of people really don't want success, and this is true. To succeed means you're in front of God and a lot of responsible people, and you have to either eat your words or stand by them. And I think I have agreed a long time ago, and this may be my greatest blessing, I agreed a long time ago that I would die. Now, if I can admit that I will do this thing, and this might be the biggest bugaboo of them all, and if I can do that, then why can't I do something lesser? So I will try. I was a Head Start kid, a child of poverty. The beauty of it is that public speaking was a skill that I didn't even know that I had until a high school coach plucked me out of one of her classes. I not only learned to persuade, inform, speak impromptu, extemporaneously, with passion and poetry, I learned how to write and edit what I didn't write. I would not be who I am today if it wasn't for forensics. Speech changed my life. It's been almost 30 years now, and I still have my AFA trophies about 3 feet from where I'm writing this, right next to one of my Emmys. In America, fairness is the foundation of our laws, but you won't find the word fair or fairness anywhere in the Bill of Rights or Constitution. And there's a very good reason for that. Our founding fathers and mothers were smart. They knew it was impossible to define what's fair and fairness in every situation. There's a homeless woman lying on the city bench, and I'm trying to decide if I should give her my 5, the 2 1s, or if I should just go Will Smith her ass. God knows I wanted to before, but this time, this encounter, I feel like I need to do something bigger than me and her. And maybe it's because I've been praying a little more this month, and maybe it's because I've been thinking about heaven a little harder this week. My true intentions could be primarily selfish, but 2 weeks ago when I first met her, an angel couldn't have pressured me to please her, couldn't have convinced me to be kind. After our initial meet, it was a Sunday stroll with me and my man holding hands, walking up the sidewalk across the street. She was sitting on the stoop by the corner, pulling out a cigarette to smoke. I tried to divert my eyes out of the kindness of her situation before she spoke to us, and the filth that flew from her mouth matched her hair that was starting to dread. Ugly niggas, is what this woman said to us, her mouth wide in a grin like she just conquered us. Death and life are at the power of the tongue. Proverbs 18:21. People will very often respond to you on the level of which they are addressed. So if you say, aren't you wonderful? Oh, aren't you beautiful? My, aren't you bright? Even if they're not, that person will try to lift themselves to that. On the other hand, if you say, oh, you're a dog, you're nobody, you really are low. In fact, you're nobody now and you never have been. Sooner or later, that person is going to respond in the manner in which he is addressed. Figuratively or literally, he will say, I will show you where dog is. I will show you where low is. I will show you that. Content warning? I think that's what we do now. Content warning. Now, this wasn't the last time I've been called out of my name by the opposite race. It happens from time to time. Growing up in Nebraska, nigga is all sometimes out of place, but this time was the first time I was shocked. This homeless, racist white woman sitting beneath us with sun-damaged skin, matted brown hair, crooked yellow teeth from which I tried not to stare, felt disgust for us. I knew this by the way she rolled her once blue eyes. I'm looking down at her while simultaneously trying to convince my heart to beat again, my mind to snap back, think of something to say, something that will either A, make her so sad that she won't speak to a black person again, or B, make her so scared that a black person will be the last person that she would ever want to offend. But alas, my mind snapped back and my anger got the best. I yelled, shut the fuck up, you stupid bitch, that's why you homeless, and we left. And I told the story again and again to all of my friends and everything else that I wanted to say, letting them know the evil that she wasn't trying to hide. And though getting feelings out is supposed to be therapy, I was still burning up inside. Until today, I see the same woman lying on the city bench. And like a good story, it's about to rain. And I say, God, man, do you know how to test? Just when I say I want to live my life at its best and find out what it takes to truly be blessed, here is the woman that with 2 words caused me so much pain. I take out the 5. I put the bill to her face. Ma'am, do you want this? Do you need this? But all she saw was my race. No. A word is dead when it is said. Some say, I say, it just begins to live that day. Images in the mirror are closer than they seem. Before we could lift every voice, there were images of black bodies marching down, sitting in, fist cocked to proclaim the dream. Images of our heroes that didn't know they were. Voices that sung for us, mamas that prayed for us, poets that spoke to us, leaders that spoke for us. Now imagine us, like phoenix rising from the flames, images of us firmly planted on these promise-fruited plains. Blackbird, beat the ashes off your wings, because our image is hope. Image is beautiful. Image is laughter. Image is everything. And how weird is it that despite all these lyrics from these wannabe hip-hop clerics, you never know and hear about how flowers flows. Water flows, blood, wine, fluids, you know. Air, breath, gas, cash flows. Music, poetry, conversation, energy, information, time. Yet none of these words so fine to ever have deserved the word that we have somehow reserved for the blossoming sex organs of plants. And I know it's just by some linguistic chance, but I'd like to think there's some hidden wisdom here. So, fill her childhood with flowers. Watch them blossom with her. Watch them wither with her. Moto epililelo moto masala nanzape. Are there women who both cook and write? Yes, kitchen poets they call them. They slip their phrases into stew and wrap their meaning around pork before frying it. They make narrative dumplings and stuff their daughters' faces so they say nothing more. In our world, writers are tortured. This is a testament to how those women lived and died and lived again. Tribute to Mama, thinking of your hands, small yet strong. Peach cobbler dough stuck in the nails, callous palms from holding hot heads and hot combs, braiding your hair shiny and long. Was it Choctaw or Cherokee that gave you those cheekbones? Your gospel melodies floating throughout the hallways of our home, singing Calvary. Growing up in a time that yet had to discover the sweetness of Oklahoma blackberries, I wonder how many times had you forgotten your beauty, Mama? Award show thanks and poems declaring the most important person in your children's lives passed you by. But you still applauded, still read, reread, listened, and cried, not out of pain, but pride when Daddy died. When Daddy died. Only your angels know the strength it took to bury a husband, a father, a son, and still be able to thank Jesus. Thanking him for not being able to know everything. Thanking him for the time had and will be had again. Clutching on to memories, bitter and sweet, but all are, all ours. Thank you for always telling me to reach for the stars. Thank you for Sunday services and Jean story time, spades and road trips with Aunt Willie. Thank you for the introvert that dominates my extrovert at times. Thank you for the love and guidance that you give so freely. You are seen, Palestine. You are seen, and this is your tribute. Thank you. Rest in peace, Zenobia Harris. When I heard your name, I got chills, and I knew I would lose, but I knew I would be royally entertained. Rest in peace.
All right. Might need a refresher course on how to awards. So we're going to learn how to awards again. The first thing, I might have mentioned this on Friday, let's see who has the greatest memory. What are we not doing on the side of the stage once everyone's down there? Hugging. That's right, we are not doing a gigantic group hug, but let's see if we can't remember the AFA 1 clap. So we're gonna practice real quick. I'm gonna say quarters, you're gonna clap. I'm gonna say semis, you're gonna clap. I'm gonna say finals, and you're gonna give it all you got. Ready? Let's hear it for quarters. Semis, a finalist. Ooh. It's like riding a bike, right? We still got this. So last year I tried to kind of shake up our awards ceremony a little bit by having the year's previous national champions hand out the awards, which was possible because we were on Zoom. This year, I am pleased to announce that we've asked all previous new coach award winners who are in attendance at the tournament and a few special guests to hand out this year's awards. Here's why I think that's magical. We've only been giving this award for not that long in our organization's history. We have 10 former New Coach Award winners in attendance at this Nationals, sticking with this activity and keeping it alive for all of us. So, for each set of awards, I will be introducing the New Coach Award winner, who will announce them. And let's get started. Y'all ready for this? Yeah? All right. So, announcing quarterfinalists, semifinalists, and finalists in impromptu speaking. Please welcome your New Coach Award winner from 2021 from the University of Minnesota, Bill Hines. You got this?
I don't know about y'all, but I've been waiting years to get to celebrate your voices with our presence. So with that, let's invite our non-advancing quarterfinalists in impromptu speaking up with our semifinalists and finalists in the wings. We all here? All right, the quarterfinalists in impromptu speaking were from the University of North Texas, Aaron Delgado. From the University of Florida, Christian Chase. From the University of Illinois at Chicago, Serena Ahmad. From James Madison University, Lexi Burns. From the University of Alabama, Sandu Alduwaka, I apologize. From George Mason University, Gustavo Lanz. From Seton Hall University, Sean Keegan. From Illinois State University, Donovan Hill Bush. From the University of Texas at Austin, Clay Parker. From Seton Hall University, Safa Sheikh. From the University of Washington, Bothell, Omar Fajiri. From Cornell University, Margot Treadwell. And from the University of Illinois at Chicago, Isabella Kaputska. Your quarterfinalists. All right, semifinalists and finalists, please join us on stage. The semifinalists in impromptu speaking were from the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, Juliana Quattrochi. From the University of Texas at Austin, Jackson Reich. From Lewis and Clark College, Gavin Patchett. From the University of Illinois at Chicago, Maliha Rashid. From George Mason University, Jose Quiñones. From the University of Texas at Austin, Mira Sam. Your semifinalists. There were 6 finalists in the final round of impromptu speaking. In 6th place, from Lewis and Clark College, Aaron Lutz. In 5th place, from Eastern Michigan University, Ariane Azar. In fourth place, from the University of Texas at Austin, Evan Ortiz. In the third place, from University of Alabama, Isaac Sherman. Our second place speaker is not in attendance. So, receiving a fantastic round of applause from California State University, Los Angeles, Richard Hu. And that means your AFA 2022 champion in impromptu speaking from the University of Alabama, Anna Kutbai.
Announcing quarterfinalists, semifinalists, and finalists in prose interpretation. Your new coach winner from 2020 from the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, Jordan Johnson.
And maybe because as a coach, I'm just realizing that we didn't go over how to do this on stage. Would it make sense if you got, as a quarterfinalist, you got your award, and then you shuffle back to the end, and then we can just shuffle down? And then I think semifinalists hanging out on the bottom so that we can applaud our finalists works best as well. Great? Okay, can I see the pros quarterfinalists on the stage with the semifinalists and finalists in the wings? Everyone's here. Oh, not yet. No rush, no rush. I wish I could run like that in heels. All right, your quarterfinalists in prose. From Eastern Michigan University, Sarah Dubinsky. From Hastings College, Brendan Kachanowski. From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, Zoe Moser. From George Mason University, Natalie Cumming. From the University of Texas at Austin, Aaron Swearingen. From the University of Illinois at Chicago, Levante Morrow. From George Mason University, Molly Witzman. I'm sorry, can we give Molly another round of applause? I mixed this up. It is Molly Weitzman. From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, Claire Frances Kennedy. From Bradley University, Joseph Cyrus. From the University of Illinois at Chicago, Zoe Bridges. From Eastern Michigan University, Patricia Tahar. From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, Ben Zapla. From the University of Texas at Austin, Jackson Reich. Your quarterfinalists. Semifinalists and finalists, please join me on stage. Perfect. Your semifinalists from the University of Texas at Austin, Carly Hall. From Seton Hall University, Dana Bell. From the University of Minnesota, Zimra Chugani. From the University of Texas at Austin, Pablo Labiaga. From Seton Hall University, Emily Fiesel. And from the University of Central Oklahoma, Cecilia Aliel. Your finalists in pros, who I've heard on very good account from many of you that this was an incredible round, that there were some life-changing messages, and that we should be so proud of these students. Please applaud. In 6th place, from Lafayette College, Kelly Wamba. From George Mason University, in 5th place, Eleni Mercer. In 4th place, from the University of Texas at Austin, Kimberly Lee. In 3rd place, from the University of Alabama, Jaquacy Minter. In 2nd place, from the University of Texas at Austin, Valerie Nahura. Your 2022 Prose Interpretation Champion, from Lewis and Clark College, Hope Smothers.
All right, can we please have the quarterfinalists in informative speaking on the stage with our semifinalists and finalists in the wings? That's informative speaking, please. Y'all can scoot closer, I don't bite. All right. Our non-advancing quarterfinalists in informative speaking were from the University of Texas at Austin, Evan Ortiz. From Seton Hall University, Emily Fiesel. From George Mason University, Jose Quinones. From Bradley University, Joshua Timmons. From Rice University, Taylor Gilliam. From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, Madeline Storp. From George Mason University, Ada Gould. From George Mason University, Cordelia Tran. From the University of Illinois at Chicago, Jerome Cano. From Lewis and Clark College, Aaron Lutz. From the University of Texas at Austin, Spencer Schumacher. From Seton Hall University, Sean Keegan. And from Cal State University, Los Angeles, Richard Hu. Your quarters. If our semifinalists and finalists could come on stage, please. All right, our non-advancing semifinalists in informative speaking were from Bradley University, David Day. From the University of Texas at Austin, Fernando Saraceres. From Eastern Michigan University, Louise Ngohang. From the University of Alabama, Jaquasi Mentor. From the University of Texas at Austin, Mira Sam. From the University of Alabama, Sophie Akhtar. In sixth place in informative speaking, from Lewis and Clark College, Eden Kenny. In fifth place, from the University of Texas at Austin, Roy Salazar. In fourth place, from Eastern Michigan University, Ariane Azar. In third place, from Illinois State University, Terrence Mayfield. In second place, from George Mason University, Prem Ganesan. Which makes your 2022 AFA NST champion in informative speaking from the University of Alabama, Anna Kupai. Announcing our quarterfinalists, semifinalists, and finalists in communication analysis. Our 2018 New Coach Award winner from James Madison University, Mallory Marsh.
I am so excited to please welcome up to the stage the non-advancing quarterfinalists in communication analysis. And if we could have the semifinalists and finalists in the wings, please. Your quarterfinalists in communication analysis, from Seton Hall University, Sean Keegan. From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, Emma Cavalier. From Vanderbilt University, Corey Wurtenberger. From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, Ben Zapla. From George Mason University, Molly Weitzman. From the University of Nebraska-Omaha, Riley Smith. From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, Madison Immig. From the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire, Luke Plagans. From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, Juliana Quattrochi. From Lewis and Clark College, Eden Kenny. From Bradley University, Lily Piper. From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, Tyler Walvard. And from George Mason University, Molly Iser. Your quarterfinalists. If we could please welcome to the stage the semifinalists and finalists of communication analysis. The semifinalists in communication analysis were, from the University of Illinois at Chicago, Maliha Rashid. From the University of Texas at Austin, Roy Salazar. From Lewis and Clark College, Aaron Lutz. From George Mason University, Natalie Cumming. From Bradley University, Rodrigo Trujillo. And from the University of Illinois at Chicago, Jerome Cano. In sixth place in communication analysis, from the University of Alabama, Casey Boisson. In fifth place, from the University of Texas at Austin, Karayun Kalililian. In fourth place, from the University of Alabama, Anna Kutbai. In third place, from the University of Minnesota, Simran Shugani. There's a lot of brilliance that's come across this stage, and in second place, from the University of Texas at Austin, Mira Sam. Which means Queens, your 2022 national champion in communication analysis is from Bradley University, David Day.
Announcing quarterfinalists, semifinalists, and finalists in dramatic interpretation. Your new coach award winner from 2010, from Illinois State University, Megan Cook.
Hello, and could I get the quarterfinalists for dramatic interpretation on stage with the semifinalists and finalists in the wings? All right, your quarterfinalists from the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, Zoe Moser. From the University of Texas at Austin, Kyle Ahern. From the University of Texas at Austin, Fernando Saraceres. From Arizona State University, Abigail Spencer. From Lewis and Clark College, Ruby Guzman. From Illinois State University, Sarah Keller. From the University of Texas at Austin, Carly Hall. From George Mason University, Stephen Franklin. From Rice University, Tiffany Sloan. From Lewis and Clark College, Sil Knaus. From Bradley University, Katie Johnson. And from the University of Alabama, Jaquacy Minter. Let's get the semifinalists and finalists on stage. Woo! Our semifinalists in dramatic interpretation were from Texas State University, Johnny Vasallo. From the University of Nebraska, Omaha, Addison Parr. From the University of Texas at Austin, Kai Solis. From Bradley University, Joshua Timmons. From the University of North Texas, Gavi Lott. And from Illinois State University, Terrence Mayfield. Your semifinalists. And your finalists in dramatic interpretation. In 6th place, from Lewis and Clark College, Hope Smothers. In 5th place, from the University of Texas at Austin, Valeria Nahara. In 4th place, from Hastings College, Brendan Kachanowski. In 3rd place, From Eastern Michigan University, Sarah Dubinsky. In second place, from the University of Texas at Austin, Kimberly Lee. And the AFA 2022 National Champion in Dramatic Interpretation from Seton Hall University, Emily Fiesel.
Announcing our quarter, semi, and finalists in After Dinner Speaking, your new Coach Award winner from 2014, from Hastings College, Austin McDonald.
Let's get the non-advancing quarterfinalists up on the stage with semifinalists and finalists in the wings. This is ADS. And where are you at, AFA? Let's go! Come on! Come on now. Yeah, yeah. Your quarterfinalists in After Dinner Speaking were from the University of Alabama, Jessica Stiers. From Concordia Moorhead, Claire Moore. From George Mason University, Ada Gould. From George Mason University, Gustavo Lenz. From Lewis and Clark College, Aaron Lutz. From Eastern Michigan University, Gavin Millard. From Bradley University, David Day. From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, Madison Emig. From the University of Texas at Austin, Roy Salazar. From Doane University, Walker Stewart. From Eastern Michigan University, Evan Feldman. From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, Janana Katak. From Illinois State University, Jedge Slothauer. From Bradley University, Alex Fosberg. And from the University of Illinois at Chicago, Darrow Richmond. Your quarterfinalists. Let's have the semifinalists and finalists to the stage. Your semifinalists in After Dinner Speaking were from Illinois State University, Sarah Sanders. From the University of Alabama, Garrett Reynolds. From the University of Texas at Austin, Aaron Swearingen. From Bradley University, Joseph Cyrus. From Seton Hall University, Emily Fiesel. And from California State University, Los Angeles, Richard Hu. Your semifinalists. These are your After Dinner Speaking finalists! sixth place, from the University of Texas at Austin, Evan Ortiz. In fifth place, from the University of Alabama, Anna Kutbai. In fourth place, from the University of Texas at Austin, Spencer Schumacher. In third place, from Eastern Michigan University, Ariane Azar. In second place, from the University of Texas at Austin, Clay Parker. Let's go. Let's go. Which means that your national champion in after dinner speaking is from Illinois State University, Donovan Hill Bush. Yes.
Announcing your quarter, semi, and finalists in poetry interpretation. Your new coach winner from 2008 and your tournament director from the University of Florida, Amy Martinelli.
All right, everybody, if I can get the non-advancing quarterfinalists in poetry interpretation to the stage with the semifinalists and finalists in the wings. Your quarterfinalists in poetry were from Whitworth University, Shansela Coulibaly. From the University of Texas at Austin, Kai Solis. From Bradley University, Joshua Timmons. From Bradley University, Alex Fosberg. From the University of North Texas, Gabby Lott. From Eastern Michigan University, Cedric Charles. From the University of Texas, Austin, Valeria Najira. From the University of Texas at Austin, Kyle Ahern. From Rice University, Tiffany Sloan. From University of Central Oklahoma, Jacob Schultz. From Bradley University, Ethan Kirchner. From Rice University, Taylor Gilliam. From George Mason University, Emily Williams. From Eastern Michigan University, Evan Feldman. From Seton Hall University, Dana Bell. And from the University of Illinois, Chicago, Levante Morrow. Your quarterfinalists. Semifinalists and finalists to the stage. Semifinalists and finalists to the stage. Woo! Welcome, welcome. Come on. The semifinalists in poetry interpretation were from the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, Victoria Thomas. From Hastings College, Nikki Desiree. From George Mason University, Pram Gunexim. From Illinois State University, Terrence Mayfield. From Eastern Michigan University, Gavin Millard. From University of Minnesota, Simran Chugani. Your finalists. There were 6 finalists in the final round of poetry interpretation. In 6th place, from San Diego State University, Haley Stone. In 5th place, from University of Texas at Austin, Fernando Suraceras. In 4th place, from George Mason University, Izzy Larson. In 3rd place, from the University of Alabama, Jaquacy Mintner. In 2nd place, from George Mason University, Eleni Mercer. And that makes your 1st place champion from Doane University, Alexandria Moulton. Congratulations to the finalists and finalists.
Announcing our quarter, semi, and finalists in persuasive speaking, our new coach winner from 2019, Sam Orenberger Hopkins from Seton Hall University.
All right, let's get the quarterfinalists in persuasive speaking up on the stage with our semifinalists and finalists in the wings. Your quarterfinalists in persuasive speaking, from Hastings College, Betsy Miller. From Lafayette College, Kelly Wamba. From Bradley University, Katie Johnson. From George Mason University, Gustavo Lance. From Eastern Michigan University, Luez Ngoheng. From George Mason University, Emily Williams. From University of North Texas, Aaron Delgado. From George Mason University, Ada Gould. From Seton Hall University, Dan O'Connor. From Rice University, Mahek Jain. From the University of Texas at Austin, Jackson Reich. From University of Minnesota, Simran Chugani. From University of Texas at Austin, Aaron Swearingen. And from the University of Illinois Chicago, Levante Morrow. semifinalists and finalists, please come on up to the stage. Your semifinalists in persuasive speaking, from the University of Texas at Austin, Kat Kalilian. From the University of Alabama, Anna Kutbai. From the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, Ben Zapla. From Seton Hall University, Sean Keegan. From the University of Alabama, Garrett Reynolds. And from the University of Alabama, Sophie Akhtar. Your semifinalists. Folks, I had the honor of judging this final round of persuasion, and if you were lucky enough to be in that room, you know the power of these speakers. Your finalists in persuasive speaking. In sixth place, from the University of Texas at Austin, Mira Sam. In fifth place, from George Mason University, Jose Quinones. In fourth place, from the University of Illinois at Chicago, Malia Rashid. In third place, from the University of Texas at Austin, Roy Salazar. In second place, from the University of Texas at Austin, Evan Ortiz. Which means your 2022 national champion in persuasive speaking, just his second of the night, from Bradley University, David Day. Congratulations, so well earned.
Announcing our quarter semi and finalists in program oral interpretation, your new coach award winner from 2017, from the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, Allison Bonander.
All right, AFA, help me welcome up program oral interpretation quarterfinalists to the stage, semifinalists and finalists in the wings. All right, your quarterfinalists in program oral interpretation. From Lewis and Clark College, Grace Eckel. From the University of Alabama, Jaquacy Minter. From George Mason University, Molly Weitzman. From Illinois State University, Donovan Hill Bush. From Illinois State University, Rachel Zolik. From Eastern Michigan University, Cedric Charles. From Eastern Michigan University, Hannah Ehrig. From George Mason University, Cordelia Tran. From Texas State University, Abby Robertson. From the University of Texas at Austin, Kai Solis. From the University of Illinois at Chicago, Levante Morrow. From Hastings College, Nikki DeSayer. From Rice University, Taylor Gilliam. And from the University of Illinois Chicago, Zoe Bridges. All right, folks, don't hold back now. It's the semifinalists and finalists in program oral interpretation. All right, AFA, I know you're going to give it all you have for your semifinalists in program oral interpretation, starting with California State University, Los Angeles, Eddie Diaz. George Mason University, Izzy Larson. From the University of Nebraska, Lincoln, Claire Francis Kennedy. From Illinois State University, Terrence Mayfield. And from Eastern Michigan University, Sarah Dubinsky. Your 6 finalists in program oral interpretation. In 6th place, from the University of Texas at Austin, Kyle Ahern. In 5th place, from Bradley University, Joseph Cyrus. In 4th place in POI from George Mason University, Prem Ganesan. In 3rd place from the University of Texas at Austin, Fernando Ceres. In 2nd place in program oral interpretation, from the University of Texas at Austin, Kimberly Lee. And your 2022 AFA POI champion. From the University of Minnesota, Saram Shugani.
Announcing our quarter, semi, and finalists in duo interpretation, and listen to his instructions, it's a little different. Your 2015 New Coach Award winner from Doane University, Nathaniel Wilson.
Hey everybody, happy AFA! To all of you that I had to have interactions with throughout the 3 days, I'm sorry. But y'all handled it with such grace and class across the board. This was so difficult to pull off, and I'm sorry I'm kind of usurping here to talk about COVID stuff. But I was so proud of y'all, and it made me very happy. Let's talk a little bit about duo and how it's gonna be different. The stage, not that wide. there are more people in duo. So we're gonna have quarterfinalists on the stage first, then we're gonna have non-advancing semifinalists on the stage. Finalists are gonna stay off, and then the finalists will come up. Even doing that, we might not have enough width, so if you've never done this trick before, if one of you is taller and one of you is shorter, have the taller person stand behind. Oh, look at this. That being said, let's have our non-advancing quarterfinalists in duo interpretation up on the stage. Excuse me, sir. Good work. Your non-advancing quarterfinalists in duo interpretation from Lewis and Clark College, Hope Smothers and Sil Knaus. From the University of Texas at Austin, Kaylee Frazier and Braxton Cannon. From the University of Nebraska Lincoln, Ben Zapla and Claire Francis Kennedy. From Illinois State University, Donovan Hill Bush and Rachel Zalik. From the University of Nebraska Omaha, Addison Parr and Riley Smith. From North Central College, Diego Mateo and Angel Tovar. From George Mason University, Emily Williams and Cordelia Tran. From the University of Texas at Austin, Kevin Ahern and Carly Hall. From Bradley University, Alex Fosberg and Lily Piper. From Seton Hall University, Emily Fiesel and Dana Bell. Sorry, Dana. From Lewis and Clark College, Eden Kenny and Katie McCarty. And from the University of Illinois Chicago, AJ York and Darrow Richmond. Let's have just the non-advancing semifinalists up on the stage. Your semifinalists. From Hastings College, Brendan Kachanowski and Nikki Desserier. From Eastern Michigan University, Sarah Dubinsky and Gavin Allen. From Rice University, Taylor Gilliam and Tiffany Sloan. From Eastern Michigan University, Ariane Azar and Cedric Charles. From George Mason University, Ada Gould and Stephen Franklin. And from George Mason University, Natalie Cumming and Eleni Mercer. And let's welcome to our stage our 2022 duo finalists. It was hard keeping speech alive over the last 2 years. Keeping duo alive required witchcraft and magic and all the prayers. And this is the best representation of what those 2 years produced. In 6th place, from the University of Texas at Austin, Valeria Nahura and Pablo Labiaga. In 5th place, from Illinois State University, Micah Butler and Terrence Mayfield. In 4th place, from the University of Texas at Austin, Kai Salas and Fernando Saraceres. In 3rd place, from the University of Texas at Austin, Kimberly Lee and Jackson Reich. All the elbows. In 2nd place, from the University of Alabama, Alex Brubaker and Jaquacy Minter. Which means your 2022 duo champions are from George Mason University, Izzy Larson and Eleni Mercer.
So the unexpected theme of the tournament is deviation from the script, so I'm gonna do that too. The person I have announcing extemporaneous speaking is someone who has dedicated his service to this activity largely through Extemp. He chairs the question writing committee, he is the face of Extemp Draw, and the author of the infamous and much needed levity of the top 10 prep lists. Announcing quarterfinalists, semifinalists, and finalists in extemporaneous speaking is my friend and mentor from Kansas State University, Craig Brown.
Could I have the non-advancing quarterfinalists on stage, and we'll get the rest in a second. So come on down. Your quarterfinalists are, from the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, Juliana Quattrochi. From the University of Washington-Bothell, Omer Fajeri. From Bradley University, Rodrigo Trujillo. From the University of Texas Austin, Alexis Alvarado. From the University of Texas at Austin, Renee Otero. From Cornell University, Margot Treadwell. From the University of Alabama, Sandu Oladuwaka. From the University of Illinois at Chicago, Malia Rashid. From Tyler Junior College, Jessica Saling. From Rice University, Mahik Jain. From the University of North Texas, Aaliyah Snell. From Illinois State, Henry Davenport. From the Colorado College, Stephen Stegman. University of Texas at Austin, Mira Sam. George Mason University, Gustavo Lance. And Kansas State University, Austin Edwards. Let's get the semifinalists and finalists in extemp on the stage. Your non-advancing semifinalists from the University of Texas at Austin, Evan Ortiz. From the University of Nebraska, Lincoln, Madison Imig. From Eastern Michigan University, Ariana Czar. From Seton Hall University, Sean Keegan. From the University of Alabama, Isaac Sherman. And from George Mason University, Jose Quinones. Your national finalists in extemp. In 6th place, from the University of Texas at Austin, Spencer Schumacher. In 5th place, from Lewis and Clark College, Aaron Lutz. In 4th place, from the University of Alabama, Anna Kutbai. Third place isn't here, but please, let's give them applause. From California State University, Los Angeles, Richard Hu. In 2nd place, from Bradley University, Lily Piper. Your national champion from the University of Texas at Austin, Karayun Kalalian.
Before we get to sweepstakes awards, we have 2 more awards to give this evening. And those are our Distinguished Service Awards for the university. And to give our first award, I'd like to introduce from Kansas State University, Darren Epping.
Hello. Terrible timing to grow a beard, so. Okay. One of my responsibilities as the vice chair of the NST National Committee is to head up the awards committee. And so I get to do some of the fun stuff. The Distinguished Service Award is named after Professor Larry Schnorr. He was a founding member of the AFA NST Committee, and he was instrumental in the creation and growth of our national tournament. Tonight, we get to honor someone in our community who has demonstrated exceptional service to our community. One nominator had this to say: My grandmother was a hardworking woman of very few words and even fewer compliments. When she did praise someone, the highest compliment she would give was to call that person a willing worker. She was a strong role model from my early childhood into adulthood. Her example has stuck with me all these years. Consequently, I do not give praise lightly. I think my grandmother would say, and wholeheartedly agree, that this person is one of the American Forensic Association's willing workers. This is the weightiest compliment I can give. I know he is a willing worker from many years of interactions with him. Our Service Award winner has hosted both the AFA NST and NFA Nationals, served on the NST committee as the Eastern representative for 15 years, served as the president of the Ohio Forensics Association. Currently, they're working on a project to institutionalize the history of Ohio forensics. He served as the secretary for AFA District 7 and works tirelessly to help seniors across the district to put together nomination packets for the All-American team. They have served on the board of the Southern and Northern Atlantic Forensic Union, regularly hosts 6 to 8 tournaments within that organization, and has served as DOF for almost 20 years, and continued to support the team after the university cut their funding and eliminated their own position. Recognized with over 60 quarterfinalists, semifinalists, finalists, and All-American team members, and has served as interim DOF at Bethel College, assuring the college would have continued representation at the AFA NST when their DOF resigned. In addition to those contributions, another nominating letter said, "As a student competitor, I, like many in collegiate speech, was sometimes graced with his presence in my rounds and lucky enough to acquire a few of his brilliant ballots. So too did I grow close with competitors on his team, whom I remember with great fondness. His students were kind, they were generous in their attentiveness during performances, and they were sincere in hallway interactions. And they left an impression in my mind of the positive and supportive team culture he surely fostered. As a graduate student, I recall sitting with him in tab at the National Speech Championship. He effortlessly made me feel like his equal while cultivating a formative conversation about coaching." To conclude, I struggle with how much I personally am foregrounded in this letter. I very much attempt to showcase Mark. Yet in writing this letter, I continuously found myself a part of the story. I've come to realize, though, that this struggle to center Mark and his efforts is but a manifestation of exactly what distinguishes Mark as such a phenomenal coach and makes him so worthy of this award. In all his interactions, Mark centers others. Please join me in congratulating our Professor Larry Schnorr Distinguished Service Award recipient from the University of Akron, Mark Rittenauer.
In our next nomination letter for our next Distinguished Service Award winner, the nominator wrote, "This person is the magic ingredient, the secret weapon, and the special person who was there at the right time to help it all come together. It's been years since he left here, but his legacy is still living on." Our tournament host, Aaron Duncan, wrote of this person, "There are 2 types of people in our community. Those who are good for forensics, and those for whom forensics is good." For the last 20 years, Darren Epping Fuentes has been so good for forensics, so good for our students, and so good to us as his colleagues, that I hope receiving this award will bring him a small amount of the joy he has brought to all of us. Darren's speech career as a competitor and coach has been extensive and impressive, and I'm not as good as he is at listing things concisely. He competed for Hastings, one of the most well-respected forensics programs in the country, was assistant DOF for UNL, the assistant DOF at Miami University, and is the assistant DOF at Kansas State, all established, reputable, nationally recognized speech programs. He has coached so many national quarter, semi, and finalists that I actually lost count while I was doing it and then didn't have time to go back and look again. All of this service on its own would merit an award. But it's Darren's service to the AFA NST as an organization that makes him especially deserving. He's been on our tab staff since 2014. He's been the D3 district chair. He won the Outstanding New Coach Award. But one nomination letter said, Darren's driving purpose is this question: is it good for the students? I'm gonna get personal here and do exactly what I'm not supposed to and tell you that I met Darren in person about 4 years ago at an AFA committee meeting. I knew who he was before then, but we'd never met. And Johnny and Micah can tell you that sometimes committee meetings get a little heated when we're trying to figure stuff out. And it took me a while to understand Darren's position on issues because, quite frankly, I thought his ideas were making us too soft as an organization. But when I started to listen, I saw the pattern. He always chooses to keep us student-centered. He is unafraid to use his voice and defend opinions that are controversial or unpopular with the committee. But he's also willing to be persuaded when confronted with the occasionally stronger argument. I believe that everyone who has served on the AFA NST committee over the past 4 years deserves recognition for the incredibly challenging work we have faced. We survived the swift and ugly removal of a past chair, and then immediately moved to surviving the pandemic. We are a trauma-informed community. Everyone who has stayed with the AFA NST during those years is nothing short of heroic in their dedication. Darren has done that work with an eye not just on surviving and repairing the present organization. He has done the work while also working to open our community up to even more teams, more coaches, and more students. Our forensics community is notable as a place where the friendships you make in it can last throughout your life, and that is undeniably true. Some of the people I met through this activity in 1997, Randy, are still some of my closest friends. But I'll tell you something, most of us don't really make new close friends once we hit a certain age. I didn't really know Darren 4 years ago. But over the past 3 years, he has become one of my closest friends through our work on this committee. We actually keep a chat window open at all times, 24/7, where we trade pictures of his cats and my kids. He helped me pick out the first suit that my stepson ever wore. I feel like I know his partner, Israel, whom I've never met, and that he knows my partner, Mike. He knows what our hobbies have been while we've tried to survive the isolation of the pandemic. And we even have a day dedicated to yelling in all caps at each other. It's All Caps Wednesday, just in case you need to know. In a world that has been so isolating for almost 2 years, Darren has become one of my closest friends. Without his constant support and encouragement and reminders what the bylaws actually say, I could not have accepted the challenge of this job as chair. And I am reminded, again, that the people I know from speech are the people who come through for me in my life and in others. Please join me in awarding Darren Epping Fuentes of Kansas State University the Professor Larry Schnoor Distinguished Service Award. Give me just a second to like readjust here. All right. Now we're moving on to sweepstakes awards. So at AFA NST, we recognize the top 20 individuals competing at the tournament. Do I have, yes, y'all are coming up. All right. So this isn't a one-clap situation at all. So we will announce the placement, the school, and the name if you'll come up to the stage and accept your award, and we will give you our full round of applause. In 20th place, with 85 points, from George Mason University, Jose Quinones. In 19th place, with 87 points, from Seton Hall University, Sean Keegan. In 18th place, with 87 points, from George Mason University, Izzy Larson. In 17th place, with 91 points, from the University of Illinois at Chicago, Malia Rashid. Congratulations. In 16th place, with 95 points, from Seton Hall University, Emily Fiesel. Congratulations. In 15th place, with 97 points, from the University of Texas at Austin, Valeria Nahura. In 13th place, with 100 points, from Bradley University, David Day. Are we all right? In 12th place, with 102 points, from Lewis and Clark College, Aaron Lutz. In 11th place, with 105 points, from George Mason University, Alini Mercer. In 10th place, with 106 points, from Illinois State University, Terrence Mayfield.
Good birds. Congratulations.
In 9th place, not here, but we will still give them a wild round of applause, from California State University, Los Angeles, Richard Hu. In 8th place, with 107 points, from the University of Minnesota, Simran Chugani. In 7th place, with 116 points, from the University of Texas at Austin, Fernando Saraceres. In 6th place, with 117 points, from the University of Texas at Austin, Mira Sam.
Congratulations, Mira.
In 5th place, with 119 points, from the University of Texas at Austin, Evan Ortiz.
Congratulations, Evan.
In 4th place, with 120 points, from the University of Texas at Austin, Kimberly Lee. In 3rd place, in individual sweepstakes, with 127 points, from Eastern Michigan University, Ariane Azar. In 2nd place, in individual sweepstakes, with 136 points, from the University of Alabama, Jaquasi Mentor. Your AFA NST 2022 Return to In-Person Competition Individual Sweepstakes winner is from the University of Alabama, Anna Kutbai. I think we'll let that hug happen. All right, we have 3 more sets of awards. The next award that I would like to announce is very important, I think, to this organization and to its continued growth. And that is the Sweepstakes Award for our 2-year colleges who have been competing at this tournament. I want you to think about our qualifying process and then imagine that you got 2 years to get here to represent your school. So the competitors from these schools have worked really hard to get here, and we're happy to congratulate them. Our second place community college sweepstakes champion is Bellevue College. And our first place champion community college sweepstakes award winner is Tyler Junior College. A few years ago, AFA NST decided to recognize our schools with limited entries, with small entries in our own sweepstakes category. We award 5 teams sweepstakes awards in limited entry. So in 5th place in limited entry sweepstakes, the University of Central Oklahoma. Our 4th place team in limited entry sweepstakes, Arizona State University. Third place in limited entry sweepstakes, South Dakota State University. Not present, they had to head to another tournament, but in 2nd place in limited entry sweepstakes is Tyler Junior College. I was just confirming, I believe that our first place limited sweepstakes champion this year may be attending the AFA NST for the first time. Our limited entry sweepstakes champions are San Diego State University. right, and now we have our last category of awards. At AFA NST, we award 20 team sweepstakes trophies. I'm so happy about each of them. I feel like my face is gonna break. All right. In 20th place, with 39 points, Lafayette College. In 19th place, I think maybe also a school that is new to our community, or this tournament, with 48.5 points, the University of North Texas. Yay! Congratulations, you guys. Great job. Our 18th place team in overall sweepstakes with 49.5 points, Doane University. In 17th place with 59 points, the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire. In 16th place with 60 points, Texas State University. In 15th place, with 70.5 points, the University of Nebraska, Omaha. In 14th place, with 92.5 points, Cal State University, Los Angeles. In 13th place, with 93 points, the University of Minnesota. In 12th place, with 95.5 points, Rice University. In 11th place, with 102.5 points, Hastings College. In 10th place, with 182 points, Seton Hall University.
Top 10, you guys. Top 10. Top 10.
In 9th place, with 187 points, the University of Illinois at Chicago.
Top 10, you guys. What?
In 8th place, with 195.5 points, the University of Nebraska, Lincoln. In 7th place, with 203 points, the Redbirds from Illinois State University.
7th place? Yeah, nice work.
In 6th place, with 220 points, Lewis and Clark College. In 5th place, with 247.5 points, Bradley University. In 4th place, with 268.5 points, Eastern Michigan University. am an alumni from all 3 of our top 3 overall sweepstakes teams this year. So it is with equal pride that I announce all 3 of these placings. In 3rd place, with 364 points, let's give a big old roll tide for the University of Alabama. In 2nd place, with 394.5 points, George Mason University. Our AFA NST 2022 overall team sweepstakes championship team with 651.5 points. It's the University of Texas at Austin.